She's a Gemini, so I'm letting go. Our stars no match, it on the show.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Boom, 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 boom. Hey guys, I hope you're well. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keepabam. I am the authority of retail. Thank you for joining me for another week to discuss retail specific topics that help suppliers to penetrate the retail market of South Africa. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share with your friends, and leave me a comment. That would really mean a lot to me, guys, if you can do that for me. So today I have a very casual topic that I really want to discuss that obviously will help suppliers who are on their journey to wanting to list with retailers. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that I sit on the board of advisory for a event called Africa Big 7, which happens once a year in South Africa. And this year it's happening at the Gallagher Estate in Johannesburg. And of course I will be there. So that is one event that all suppliers in the food and beverage industry should go to. And the reason why I say that you should be there is because you're going to not only meet your peers, but you can really meet retailers at the event. So I have obviously been contracted by some of the clients who are going to be displaying or showcasing their works at the event, and they have asked me to bring on board retailers. So obviously I'm working on bringing on at least 15 buyers in the food and beverage space in that event. So I urge suppliers, if you have a friend who is a supplier in food and beverage and wants to meet buyers and sourcing managers directly, I urge you to please come to this event. It's going to be amazing. It's over 2 days from the 19th of June till the 21st of June. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link below of the website that will have all the information about the event. Okay. Then today's hot topic is, what are the accelerator programs or ESDs, right? So what ESD means basically is enterprise and supplier development programs. Okay. So I want to today talk about the enterprise and supplier development programs and incubation programs that could be of benefit to you. So incubation program is different from an ESD, okay? So an incubation program is programs that are set out by companies in the private sector who specifically want to help. It also actually can be in the public sector, but majority of these programs sit in the private sector. And these are companies that want to help entrepreneurs, CEOs, MDs, operations managers to make sure that the operations are running at an optimal level and are meeting their quarterly targets, because that is something that you can use to then apply for the ESD programs, which are the supplier development programs, which are usually hosted by the actual retailers. So being Woolworths, ShopRite, Checkers, Mr. Price, Pick and Pay, okay? So the incubation programs that I'm going to talk about, okay, I'm not going to really talk about, but I'm just going to mention who they are, and then I'm going to put their links down below so that you can just go in and take a look, okay? There are quite a few, but I'm going to comment on the ones that I have been on and that I think are, worth trying. Either I've been on the program or I've actually worked for that company assisting suppliers, on the accelerator programs, okay? So the list that I found, or the top 10 that you can find in South Africa, and on number 1 on the list is Raise Corp. Number 2 is Timbali Technology Incubator. Number 3 is Shanduka Black Umbrellas. I have been incubated by Shanduka Black Umbrellas, and the one thing that I can tell you about the program, that it's a fantastic incubation program. The one that I joined was in Cape Town, and the person who was running the program not only was an entrepreneur himself, but he was incredibly available for the entrepreneurs that were on the program. And they took the time to put together actual modules that we can learn from, that could better our businesses. And then at the end of the program, we had the opportunity to present to potential investors, and they then would score us and give us feedback on what they think that we should do to take our businesses to the next level. So for me, what I can say about Shanduka Black Umbrellas, only positive things, but I do urge people when they join these programs not to think when you go on the program, you're going to walk away with 100,000 Rand. It's a sacrifice to your time, and you're investing in yourself to not only better yourself, but to make sure that your business is unbreakable. You invest in these kind of programs to build your business, to network, to put in, functions within your business that could take your business to the next level. So for example, when I joined Shanduka Black Umbrellas, at the time I was selling human hair, okay? And I went into the human hair business at a whim because I saw there was a market, but I didn't actually understand how big the market was. Who was my targeted customers? Where do I find them? How do I speak to them? How do I convince them to spend thousands of rands of their hard-earned money on my hair? And what Shanduka Black Umbrella did for me is to understand the importance of operation, imports and exports, because, every time I brought a shipment, I used to get a fine. And that was because I didn't, take the time to really understand the administration part of the business, which was to communicate with my Chinese supplier, to never lie on the invoice, because Chinese suppliers do that. They undervalue what is the actual shipment, okay? So if you're buying 20 pieces of human hair, they're going to put on there it's 10 pieces and it's samples, which is the wrong thing to do, because obviously our government knows how huge the market is in human hair, and if they figured it out that these Chinese suppliers do that, and for them to make money, how the government makes money is to charge us fines, because we've understated what is actually in the shipment that is coming. All right. So Shanduka Black Umbrellas for me was an amazing program because I used the opportunity to its maximum. When I had a question for my leader, I would go knock at his office and say, I need your assistance. And they were always happy to assist us. And we also got, for free, we had a PA. We also had someone who did our human resources and someone who did our books. Yeah. So whenever you go on incubation programs, don't go there with an attitude of that, what am I going to get out of it? How much can I get? It is to improve and better yourself as a business. And then the other incubation program is CEDA. And then there's also Launch Lab. Okay, and then there's also Auric Holdings. Auric Holdings and Shanduka Black Umbrella are the two programs that I can recommend to an entrepreneur who actually is serious about being serious. And what I'm actually going to do is to only put those two links below that you can then explore that opportunity. And then moving on to ESDs, right? So what I said previously, that an ESD is the Enterprise Supplier Development Programs, right? Majority of the retailers in South Africa have ESD programs. Woolworths has an ESD program. ShopRite has one. Checkers has one. Massmart has one. Pick n Pay has an amazing one. And ESD programs are usually specific to suppliers that the retailer wants to bring on board. Okay, so usually what happens is that The ESD programs are run either by CSI department or they run by innovations managers. Okay, so innovations managers are responsible, well, they have many other responsibilities, but one of their responsibilities is to identify niches that are growing within the retail chain. Okay, so whatever is trading up, they take note of that and understand what is the supplier need when it comes to that. Or they look at categories that are growing, within our region, which is South Africa, and go out there and look for suppliers that, represent that category. Maybe there isn't a huge category within that retailer and that they can tap into. So, for example, plant-based food is a new category. Because of COVID, people started noticing that they need to start eating healthily and taking care of their bodies, etc. So the plant-based category became quite a huge category. And ESDs are specific programs that will train you up to being a supplier. You're onboarded onto an ESD program because they can see your potential as a business to be a supplier on their program. So ESDs won't really take startups who have a computer and Wi-Fi. That's how some entrepreneurs start. ESD programs will take on suppliers who have a track record, who've been working in industry for a while. So maybe they've been supplying, maybe, have an online store, or they've been supplying, maybe a spa, and they've been doing this maybe for 2 or 3 years, and now they're looking to grow. Or it is a supplier who wants to introduce a new category within their chain. They want to grow their categories. They're already operating in fruit and veg, but they were only selling apples, but now they want to sell apples, pears, and peaches. And they've pumped in money in their operation, expanded their lines, and have the capability of doing it, but they need assistance, further assistance. So a lot of the ESD programs will give you funds to grow your business. Yeah. So I think it's very important for entrepreneurs to explore opportunities, to research opportunities, and for you to be more educated on what is out there, because it's all good and well. All of us as entrepreneurs, we need money to grow our business. But I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years now. No one has ever funded me. I've been to heaven, government, free programs, unfree programs, and it is what it is. People don't give money for the sake of giving money, but they will give you assistance to grow your business, to be amazing in your business, and to give you the opportunities where you can launch yourself as a launch pad to being a supplier for retailer. So that's it from me. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me. I have 102 subscribers. Who would have thought when I started this channel, bald, no makeup, my first video was a mess, but you guys continue to show me love. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, for the grace that you've shown me. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. My name is Kibabam, and I am the authority on retail. Bye.
She's a Gemini, so I'm letting go.